Hello, this is Steve at Airguns of Arizona, and today we're going to be looking at the Daystate Renegade. We're going to be looking at the trigger system and how to adjust the trigger system. And before we get started with the adjustment, I do want to tell you this trigger system is fully electric and one of the nicer triggers that you'll find on any air rifle. The tool that we'll be using today will be an Allen wrench. It'll be a 1mm Allen wrench, something that you can pick up at any of your local hardware stores. Now let's go ahead and get started. The first set screw, which we call A, is a set screw that is preset from the factory. So that's a contact set screw that they don't want you to mess with. So that's something that we can kind of just skip over real quick. We really don't need to play with A. B, if your second stage is at the point where you just don't like it, it's too heavy or it's way too light, you feel like your gun's dangerous because you just breathe on the trigger and it's going off. You go ahead and you can adjust that set screw. Again, if you're turning it in, which is clockwise, you're gonna make it where it's a much heavier trigger. In fact, I've adjusted it so much where I can't even hear the trigger engage. So I know I need to actually go back, which is counterclockwise, and by doing so, I'll go ahead. Okay, now I can hear the trigger working like it should, and you can hear a click. If you want to take it a step further, you can go ahead and look at set screw number C. Set screw number C is the first stage weight. And so if you want to adjust the first stage, not the second, you'll go ahead and you'll adjust, and you'll either turn it clockwise or you'll turn it counterclockwise. If you turn it clockwise, it's going to make it heavier. Counterclockwise will make it lighter. And if you're looking at trying to take some of the travel out of the trigger, you can go ahead and you can adjust set screw D. You can see we've got quite a bit of travel, and so if I want to go ahead and take that travel away, I don't want to go extreme where I can actually, if I go again clockwise, I'm screwing that in, so now I'm taking that travel away. It's decreased. I've taken away the travel. I'm taking it away. If I turn it too much, we won't have any travel at all on this trigger. Right now I have no travel at all. I can go ahead and hit it and the trigger doesn't even operate. I can't even hear it engage. And so I'm going to go ahead and do counterclockwise. I'm going to go ahead and give it a little bit of travel. And that to me is good. I don't want it to be where it's sloppy, but I want it to be where when I push and I pull on the trigger that I have just enough where I know that I'm now engaging the second stage, and I can go ahead and rest there until I'm ready to take my shot. So that right there to me would be an excellent amount of travel. Now everyone's different, so you can play with it, but again, for me, that's the perfect amount of travel. So we've looked at the Daystate Renegade, we've looked at the trigger of the Daystate Renegade. Again, this is fully adjustable. Something that if you're not familiar with adjusting a trigger, maybe it's not for you. Maybe you don't need to mess with your trigger, but this gives you the opportunity to go ahead and adjust your trigger to your specifications. Again, this is Steve at Airguns of Arizona, and thanks for joining us. If you'd like, go ahead and check out some of our other videos.